Did you know that according to the CDC, 10% of children ages 3 to 17, specifically 9% of males and 11% of females, are diagnosed with anxiety? As university students, we understand how mental health affects student achievements and have experienced firsthand how an understanding of mental health can have drastic effects on student learning. Furthermore, although many people may believe it is too hard to implement mental health education in schools, students experience the effects of poor mental health at ages as young as 3, and therefore deserve to gain a better understanding of their mental health in school. Throughout the course of this speech, we will discuss what mental health education is, why it is important for students to understand mental health, how mental health education can be implemented in schools, what positive effects mental health education has on students, and give some reasons why critiques of mental health education may be inaccurate. First, we will discuss what mental health education is and why it is important for students.
So, mental health education is the process of teaching people, especially students, about mental health, including how to understand emotions, recognize signs of mental health issues like anxiety or depression, and learn healthy ways to cope with stress. It also covers how to support others when to ask for help and how to build habits that protect mental well-being. This education can happen through lessons, activities, or open conversations led by teachers, counselors, or trained professionals, and help students become more aware of their feelings and understand that it's okay to talk about mental health. The goal is to give students tools to manage challenges and to create a supportive school environment. Now, moving on to why it's important, it's because it helps students take care of their emotional well-being, just like they learn to take care of their physical health. When students understand mental health, they are more likely to recognize problems early and get help before things get worse. It also reduces stigma, so students feel more comfortable talking about what they're going through. And studies show that mental health education can lead to better focus in class, stronger relationships, and improved academic performance. Overall, it creates a healthier, more supportive school environment where students can succeed.
Now, one of the biggest concerns about implementing mental health education in schools is that it will disrupt current school routines or require major changes. However, schools can introduce simple ways in order for students to learn more about mental health and have that education. Firstly, teachers can start class with a 5 to 10 minute checking at the beginning or end, as I said, and this could be breathing exercises, mental wellness tips, and so forth. Teachers could also include topics of mental health in current subjects in schools like science, literature, really focusing on our emotions. Teachers could also use homeroom time or assembly time for perhaps short videos or workshops, or even guest speakers to speak to students and give them that encouragement and representation for mental health education. And a simple way is that teachers could put up posters and run campaigns in schools, simple as that, to allow students to be more informed and aware of mental health issues. These small changes can have a big impact on students and call for more mental health support in schools. So next, we'll discuss what positive effects mental health education has on students.
Mental health education has numerous positive effects on students in the school setting. Programs like those offered by Grassroots Health employ student athletes to teach and are intramural in enhancing students' understanding of mental health. Grassroots provides comprehensive school-based health education with dedicated mental health curriculums. This curriculum focuses on teaching eighth grade students the importance of mental health and its impact on their future, aiming to improve health literacy and promote positive health-related attitudes and behaviors. Another impactful program is Hope Squad, a peer-led suicidal prevention initiative that trains students to identify signs of emotional distress in their peers and connect them to trusted adults. Schools implementing Hope Squad have reported decreased stigma around mental health issues and increased student willingness to seek help when needed. These programs equip students with the tools to take care of their mental health and foster school culture grounded in empathy and mutual support. Normalizing mental health education has and mental health conversations empower students to understand themselves and others better, resulting in improved academics, social, and emotional outcomes. Lastly, we will discuss some reasons why critiques of mental health education may be inaccurate.
Critics of mental health education argue that teaching about mental health in schools could distract students from their core subjects. Specifically, they note that some schools struggle to cover all academic subjects as is, and adding a course on mental health requires resources and time that they might not have. However, as previously discussed, schools can make changes as simple as adding 5 to 10-minute check-ins prior to or after class, which can be done by current teachers. Therefore, critics would be inaccurate in stating that teaching about mental health in schools could distract students from their core subjects.
We have now discussed the definition of mental health education, its importance to students, its ease of integration into current educational systems, its proven benefits, and some common worries regarding mental health instruction in schools. In summary, mental health education gives students the skills and information they need to comprehend and control their emotions, lessen stigma, and encourage one another. It only takes deliberate, continuous efforts that work within existing routines rather than a total overhaul of educational systems. The advantages greatly exceed the disadvantages, and resolving these problems early in life can result in healthier, accomplished students, despite the worries of some. Finally, we need to prioritize the mental health education in schools if we want to help the next generation not just survive, but thrive, giving students the tools they need for a healthier future in both academic and emotional lives goes beyond simply teaching them how to feel. Thank you for listening, and these are our sources.